Let's jump right into it.
Let's just go. Let's just go. Hey guys, and the non-norb in the they're not there. They're ghosts right now.
The Phantom Norb.
Phantom of the Norbra.
Hey fellas.
Thank you for laughing.
Hey.
How we doing? It's been a week. It's week 55 in sesh.
God.
By the way, we're there. We're that far at least.
We'll beat this game today.
Yeah, one more session.
Let's just use all our stored up limit breaks now.
I mean, we kind of did last session.
Yeah,
all the
we're going all out.
Yeah, for everybody at
like
home,
3
there's hidden
inspirations.
Yeah.
Oh. Man, you give them out and they go by fast.
Yeah.
I mean, why hold on to them?
I don't know, for like a big scorpion battle that you were currently in.
But we don't know.
Would that ever happen?
Look, you knew. I had it in the docket, in the script, that you were facing off against the scorpion.
Sorry, I didn't read like 3 pages ahead.
Yep, well,
it's been in the script for months, guys.
Hey, Norm, nice to show up.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, you guys. Yeah, I agree. Oh, especially with what Tabby said. Just so funny, so great.
Oh,
gosh dang!
not weird at all.
There's a ghost in your background.
There it is. We all saw it. We all saw it. Somebody clipped it. I bet.
Our very active and attentive viewers definitely clicked it.
Well, it's just the price you have to pay sometimes.
The last session, boys. Last session, you were chasing the prophets because he has everyone. Apparently, he has Adelaide. He has the 3 knights. This dude's collecting you guys like Pokemon right now. You guys gotta deal with him.
What's this guy's name? Ash?
No, Gray. Gray Gary.
He is blue.
Yeah, you beat up a whole bunch of his gang, and he ran across the bridge. He's retreating. Maybe he was pretty suspicious about it, but you know. He led you into the scorpion battle, the titular scorpion battle that came out of the ocean and seemed to have brought with it a monsoon.
This scorpion's been a menace for a long time, I bet.
The prank bug evolved, okay?
No! The carapace!
You thought the prank bug was done? He was just getting swole.
This was Adelaide's version of the prank bug. Like, so it only goes for Silas and Ra. We're like,
it's Adelaide's summon.
Yeah, to get to the prophet, you think you'll have to go through a huge ass scorpion? You guys ready to beat up a scorpion?
Yeah, sure.
Let's roll some initiative. Let's go. Let's fucking game.
Please.
Oh, you guys, I just got a 21, that's right.
I see.
Cool.
Well,
is someone getting Vigilant Blessing?
Yeah, who's getting the Vigilance? Or did you, is that once per day? What is?
No, it's once per combat.
Just per combat? Okay.
Yeah. I was planning on giving it to Karn.
Ooh.
Or Karm. Because I want him to be in front line.
You want him up there? Probably good because you got you got a 10. Okay.
Well,
yeah, that didn't really change anything, did it?
No,
not really.
Tabby's did though.
That's it. Yeah, you got advantage from
21.
The barbarian thing. You're going crazy with it. Oh damn.
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot easier to roll than a million dudes.
It's like, oh, I'm ready?
Yeah, like that was that quick.
This is why I never use crowd boss battles in my D&D games. It's always just one big monster.
They go down so fast. I say as this
You
will
just
take
keep, like,
the entire session.
Extra 100 health on there. Every
Yeah,
single time you get down.
I gave it the exact same health as Tiamat, the Dragon Lord. Okay, let me just double it because they did that in one turn. Yeah,
All right, great knight, go get him. You're 600 HP.
All right, Year of the Adventurers, Flotsam, 23. You're up. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well,
What you gonna do now?
that is a good
Think
question.
conservatively. We gotta conserve our resources for the guy, not this thing. We're not here for him.
The dude.
We could do the classic initiative 15-foot step. So if everyone wants to shimmy out, just in case,
Shimmy, shimmy.
like insane AOE's start going off.
Sure.
Anybody coming with me?
Yeah, Hakam's running forward. He's got the big axe you gave him. He's got the old comet plate armor.
I'm gonna go over here.
I'm gonna.
I like the idea that Comet's looking around like,
they're all gone.
I think
Dives into
everyone
water.
but Hakarn has temp HP from my inspiring leader.
I would assume so, because he showed up late.
But it is important to me that we get people over to that thing. So I am going to use... I have all my mantles back, so I'm going to use my first mantle on myself, Hakarn, Silas, and Ra. So if anyone would like to use their reaction to move...
And it's 8
up to
temp
their
health?
move. Yes.
8, okay.
okay.
I'm going to use my
He
reaction
is
to move.
pretty fast, yeah. Holy moly. Whee.
Don't know why. I took a bite of food.
Forward
That's
gang.
my fucking turn.
You're hungry,
I'm an
dude.
idiot.
I would too. Like,
I'm hungry.
if I
haven't
had
eaten.
food here, I would be eating it. Like, it's just a fact.
That was my
That's what the Pepsi's for.
Yeah.
bonus action. And then with my cheeky little action, I am going to... How far am I from this bad boy?
What you gonna do with that cheeky little action?
What you gonna do with that?
I think I'm
actually,
gonna do Cloud of Daggers.
Ah,
I'll just do a little damage on him.
alright.
That's second level.
Note to self,
I think I will.
static
Can you believe
monsters.
I think I will. I think I'll do it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Damage.
Max
Hey.
damage.
Damn!
All four. Wow.
That's alright right there.
And he just takes it.
Can't do
I
nothing
want to put
about
it
it.
like
Like, my hard carapace can't be pierced by spear or sword, and you daggers under like, there's nothing there.
I'll center it on him if I can. Yeah, the lobster is good. This one takes the form of a lobster. It does. And I do put him... Yeah, I think I do make the lobster ride him a little bit.
The lobster constantly pinching.
Oh, yeah. They cannot get away from the lobster.
The lobster.
Sinister.
We had the hog. Now it's the lobster.
Oh, yeah. God forbid the hog shows back up.
Yeah, God forbid. God does forbid it.
Yeah,
and then
literally.
I still have my movement, technically, so I want to... Maybe... Is this a pillar here?
Yes, that is definitely a pillar.
Hold on, I just want to check how far away. I guess for now, what I'll do is maybe try to get a little bit of cover and try to hide. I'll hide there, and then that'll end my turn.
All right, you're down there. Everyone watching now knows where you are. All of China knows where you are now.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not trying to hide.
No. That's just
You'll never
the
see
camera.
me.
Like the camera wasn't centered on you
I
for
see.
that. So I got two things. Okay, so yeah, you got a lobster clawing at this semi-lobster. Scorpions are kind of lobster-esque. I've been saying that for years.
Lobster spider.
Lobsters are cooler than scorpions though, because they are psychic, and that's just a fact. Alex Jones said so.
Okay.
You can trust him.
Indisputable proof.
Yeah,
right there.
I guess I can't argue with that logic.
On the top of the list of people I trust.
Yeah, Silas, you're up, and you're right there.
Yeah.
Facing off against a thing that is like 20 times your size, has claws that are double your size, and is drooling this gross arcane energy.
Average Monday.
Classic.
Rage advance. And while raging, reckless attack. Bing bong.
Bing bong. 21 does hit because this thing doesn't have wicked armor.
Yeah, 19 damage.
19. Okay, so
Second attack.
Owie. Yes, please, if you will.
Double 25s.
Nice.
Double
For
snake
17.
eyes. Somebody. Oh, yes, Bird, I do know you're there. Hello. Hello. I'm just killing people, okay? I got people to murder with my big scorpion, which is now? Is that...
and then mobile
action?
back away.
Alright, epic.
I'm not just gonna stand there, because I remember I have mobile. I thought about it this time.
I forgot you had mobile. I planned on you staying there engaged in combat with the big scorpion. That's why I love.
So,
But it's okay. The lobster
Khan here, running up with a homie, just sees the homie run away as well.
The lobster will do
At the
damage
start of his
once
turn,
again.
yeah.
Do you want me to re-roll the lobster damage?
We've been re-rolling it, right? That's a thing we've always been doing.
I think we have been, yeah.
Or 12.
Hey.
Ouch.
Pretty good.
Nice, yeah.
That's damage. That's damage. Alright, this thing shimmies forward a little. It's gonna be moving because it can.
The
A
lobster.
little shimmy.
No.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Advance, Scorpion.
Push it back.
It lets out a wild roar, which seems to shift this monsoon around you. Let me open its character sheet and roll this thing it does at the start of its turn, because it's cool.
It's just a giant scorpion stat block, but you give it a bunch of levels of storm source.
Yeah. It found God.
Conjuring lightning storm.
I've sort of given the scorpion monk levels.
Yeah. Kill the magic
grabs
hands now.
So,
Alright.
stunning pinch.
The wind shifts very dramatically. Everyone make a strength saving throw.
Oh no, I'm right by the edge, aren't I?
Yeah, that's right when you know.
I didn't think about that.
But
Oh,
luckily
no.
for you, one is north, so...
Yeah.
Strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw, please.
Ooh.
No, comment, since you're just, like, immense, I'll give you advantage, because, like, you would. If anyone would have advantage to an insane,
Alright.
like, the fact no one can carry you, I'll give you that. Oh, Lex, you're
Is Lex
flying.
in tutorial? Yeah.
Lex is
I don't think
Lex
it
is
would
holding
affect
his book, so like he's really just making sure his book doesn't fly away at this point. Silas succeeded. Comet with a 15, you failed. So Lex, Comet, and Ra, you both are dragged north 10 feet by this wind.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
So one.
Good thing I didn't go a little further.
Though Ra and Lex, because you both rolled exceedingly below this DC, you are both prone as well. This wind knocks you on your ass.
Uh-oh.
So Lex has to pick up his book. This scorpion is the bully that knocked the book out of the nerd hands.
No.
Oh, yeah. And they're gonna make a few attacks with their big old pincers. That's what they're doing. They got mad reach, so they can get you, Ra. They got that insane reach. Got extendo claws. So one at Hakam, one at you on the ground. Easy. What's your AC on the ground? Are you blade sung up yet?
No, I haven't had a turn yet. My AC is 18.
Alright, well, this claw's looking like it's coming right at you. You're on the floor, big claw's about to
I
pinch you.
used my reaction.
Awesome.
So,
then it hits ya.
11 temp HP.
You do got the 11 temp HP. Hakam's wearing plate, so he has 18 AC.
89 damage. Halved? That is halved.
You take 18 points of pinch damage.
Ow.
And along with that, you are also now grappled by this thing.
I figured as much. What? How much damage?
18.
18.
18. And Hakam is also grappled, and he took a hefty chunk of damage. Youch. And now, who gets the stinger? Hakam gets the stinger.
Oh my god.
Hakam.
He's got 8 temp HP.
But he misses. It hits against one of the pauldrons on the armor you gave him and glances off.
Hey.
You see just like this, like, blue acid kind of just shoot off into the air. Doesn't look like you want that going into you.
It's good armor.
It's good, yeah. He looks very happy to be wearing it as this thing just picked him up and nearly stabbed him in the chest. That's them. Ra, you are grappled and prone somehow? Just pinch it onto the floor, yeah. Yeah. Claws are just embedded into the ground.
Well, bonus action blade song.
So doing a little shimmy in the claw, doing a little dance.
So I start vibrating.
Shuffle.
Do a little dance.
And then I have to look up something here. What is that?
You're right.
Lame. I'm going to use my action to break free of the grapple if I can.
You can attempt. It is a acrobatics or athletics check.
Well, it's a good thing I got that blade song up.
Sadly, this thing has a mad grip.
Okay.
Damn.
You might have been
I guess
one
I
off.
will stay put. Can I at least sit up? Can I like move to like
You're just grappled.
stand up?
Yeah, you can stand. You can kind of. It's not holding you.
Well, actually,
your
now that I think
movement's
about
zero.
it, technically
Yeah.
it takes half your movement to stand up, and if I have a 0 movement speed because of the grapple, I can't get unproned. Unless somebody else were to like help me, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. I'm here. That's it.
At least you got your reaction back. Should you need it? Seeing how hard it was for you to get out, he's just gonna bring down the pain on this thing's claw. He's just gonna take it. The great axe, he has multi-attack, thank god. Let me public his rolls. His first one was a 22, and his second one was a 19 against this bigger creature. Oh, damn.
Oh.
Let's
damn.
go.
What?
He's doing
Whoa.
what? How much damage is he doing?
He has a great axe, which is
Axe.
D12.
Yeah.
And he rolled max on him. You gave him a large great axe, which is 2d12, and he's got brute, which gives him another d12.
Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
shit, you chose the right dude to show up. I mean, it is just a normal axe, so sadly everything has resistance to normal shit, but that's a shit ton of, that's 40 damage. He leaves. He leaves. I get rid of him. I don't want him in this battle anymore.
Wow.
Man, what am I doing upgrading my moon sword? I could have been upgrading this massive axe this whole time.
Yeah.
Oof. Where's this? Where's the grapple thing? Comet, you are up.
All right. I think I'm gonna. I don't want that again. So I'm gonna move over here.
You're gonna get away from the edge a little bit.
Oh.
Lex was also shifted and prone.
Probably gonna move over here. And then I'm going to. All right, I'm gonna use one of my guiding bolts on this thing from my book.
Got him up. Got him down.
It's
13 absolutely misses.
all right. So then I bonus action. I will sanctuary raw.
Ooh. All right, you are sanctuaried.
So many buffs on Ra.
She's another sanctuary symbol.
Here's one.
There we go. You are sanctified.
I got my blade song, so let's do that.
Is there a little dance symbol?
Little dance. And then reaction.
Okay, so
Sorry for him.
Star up.
Go. Right now, only Silas is in there, but you know.
You need to take one step forward.
I will use the rest of my movement.
There he is.
All right.
Alrighty. If that is it from downtown, Lex, far away from this big old Scorp battle, what's he doing?
Trying to figure out what spell to cast. I assume that if this is a creature that has control over like thunder and lightning,
Very, very
lightning
frightening.
damage probably won't hurt it as much. So let's just do a regular fireball.
Classic. The tried and true.
Classic.
You can absolutely hit this thing without hitting anything else. It's fine. Just thing is immense.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice. A dexterity saving throw. What a big old scorpion. They fail. Absolutely.
Youch.
And they seem to roar in pain as the fire definitely does seem to take purchase much more than weapons that aren't magical, like Kamsu Jats. Yup.
It's probably a good idea to stay this far back, because Lex has like the max temp health from Inspiring Leader. And just to avoid AoEs, let's stay here.
Yeah, I assume they stand up as well.
Yeah.
they pick themselves up.
Insert the book back into his chest.
Yeah. Bloop. All right. Flotsam, you felt the monsoon pass through you. You want to stay there, buddy?
Yeah, not really. Not particularly. I want to move at least 10 feet because on the off chance that I get pushed 10 feet to the south, I don't want to risk that. So I will go here. 15 feet of movement. And then I want to use my bonus action for Ra. I want to give Raw my bonus action, which is a D8, just mainly so that I can. Shane can put another token on Raw.
Wait, Bardic Inspiration?
Bardic Inspiration.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Like how it's just called the bonus action now.
Yeah, given the bonus action.
Let's see, what's a good Bardic Inspiration?
There's
the
no
trophy.
way you're gonna be able to crack of these. And then with my action, I would like to actually make sure I'm actually in range for this. I am, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use first level spell slot and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, okay. Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
I don't know why this
Damn.
Absolutely
It's
fails.
doing really high damage.
Ooh. I also realized that I wanted to run away from. I don't know if I can. I still have 15, so I should be able to get in this bubble to make it run from me.
Takes 16 and absolutely does just shimmy its way backwards.
I don't know if it drops. Is it holding on to then Raw and Hikaron?
I think
I don't know if it's
trying to fit my
you,
movement. Do I get to resist this?
Because it is trying. It does have to move away, and I think if you move away, the grappling stops. I know that if like for Thunderwave, if you like push someone and they're grappling, and if like you remove the grappler from the grapplee, it like ends. But I truly don't know how you would rule.
Yeah, I think I'll give them a chance to escape.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll attempt to run back with you, but you can make a resist as it moves back in range of the lobster.
Yes, my plan. Yes.
So,
just standing there.
So is this another acrobatics?
Another acrobatics. Yeah, try to slip out of its grasp.
Oh.
Oof, sadly not. Yeah, wow. But you are unprone. Does like lift you up now?
That D8 could make a difference if you roll high.
Could do the D8.
I'm not going to use it for that.
Okay.
Let's see if Hakam's got that crazy athletics. He doesn't have advantage though.
Yeah, he doesn't have advantage.
He doesn't have advantage. So sorry, buddy. You are also dragged.
No.
Yeah, he's got that +10 in athletics. Easy.
Ooh.
And that is my turn.
All right.
That is my turn. And there it is.
Silas.
And then do I get something for ending my turn in the...
Yeah, is this starting
this is the bonus. This is the bonus
This is
healing
bonus
one.
heal, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Legendary thing, but before you go, Silas, let's just hold on. Let me use a legendary
legendary.
action. Let me just use one right quick, because I forgot to use, like, all of them. Yeah, they're gonna
It's only its first turn. You haven't forgotten.
Yeah, true. I could use one after Flotsam and then one after Silas.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you have to say something, Norm?
Alright. This absolute creature lets out a roar that's kind of like a weird arcane roar, goes all staticky as the typhoon above you explodes with the lightning. Who's targeted? 3. 1, 2, 3. That's Silas. Epic. Silas, make me a dexterity saving throw. You can absolutely see it coming as a lightning bolt is shooting straight for you from the skies.
17.
You absolutely dodge, but you still take half. You still take half, which is 6 lightning damage.
Right.
And no one is within immediate 5 feet of you, so you're okay. No one else has to make this.
Still have 5 temp HP.
And it's your turn.
Burst of speed. Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to hear about your Lord and Savior? My sword in your face!
No.
Oh, that's low damage. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Yeah, you can like re-roll pretty much all
like
of it.
your sword and savior.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh, that's even worse.
You
Oh.
8 and 8.
snake
16
eyes.
still.
Yoch.
And then I'm gonna hit him again.
I'm gonna do it again.
28.
That's better. That's better. 16, which is Youch. A double stab into this weird carapace. It's not exactly like the chitinous hide a scorpion would usually have. It's kind of similar to when you were fighting the Valkyrie Knight. It's like weird, hard muscle tissue. Kind of gross. And you do want to run away from it.
Sprints over, 2 big hits, and then back the fuck up.
Alright. At the end of your turn, it's gonna let out a roar. And you feel the monsoon pick up again, as it seems to be shifting the weather on its own volition. Everyone make another strength saving throw, except for Ra and Hakam, who are grappled.
Yeah.
26.
Unable to move.
Yeah, unable.
Let's go.
Damn.
Oh, it's the same. Wow, I was gonna say like it won't roll a 1 again.
It's got nothing again. I think you're all fine except for Lex, who is not prone at least, but is still pushed 10 feet north. Poor little guy.
You little nerd.
Nerd.
Let's move him up.
That's what he gets for not having like proficiency in strength saving throws as a ghost.
Yeah, it's a ghost book.
Ghost book.
The ghost book.
And yeah.
I guess who's taking lobster damage?
Let's roll some
It's this
lobster.
guy.
Let's roll some lobster
Roll
for
the
him.
lobster
Max damage.
Max
Oh.
11
one
though.
max
Ooh. Owie.
Consistently
Owie.
average or above average.
Solid damage.
Yeah.
All right. It absolutely has to let you go before it makes another attack at you. So if it misses, you could potentially ungrapple.
Be grappy.
But at the start of its turn, it does shift the weather again as just it's a natural start of turn thing. So everyone make another strength saving throw.
Which way is it doing it?
Ooh, towards. That's not the one you want.
Oh,
I didn't do very good.
neither did Lex.
Yeah, Lex being whipped around.
Let's go wild.
I did great.
Oh, yeah. Fel, you are dragged forward 10 feet. So it's your rage gives you advantage on strength saving throws, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And Lex is forward 10 feet and prone again. Poor little guy.
Poor boy. Yeah.
He's doing his best.
Now he's in the fun bubble.
He is.
I'm sorry, what is the ability called? It's not the fun bubble.
Comet's fun bubble.
That's what it's called now.
Yeah. Trademark.
Goddamn.
Oh, I should roll for Comet's fun bubble.
No,
Wait,
you
no,
don't.
it
It's
hit me
different.
after.
It's different. It's a
No,
different
it's the
fun
healing fun bubble.
bubble.
It's not the one that gives you temp HP yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a lot of
It's the
different
pink
balls.
fun bubble.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the claw's coming back at you since you're the only two within range and doesn't want to crawl over you. One at Hakam.
He does have to do a wisdom save
He
in order
does
to
have
try
to
to hit
wisdom. Yeah, let's roll a wisdom. See if he wants to even attempt. What's the DC?
I believe it's 15. Let me check. Come on.
Come on.
Yep, 15.
All right, he absolutely fails. So both of these are going against Hakam. You brought him into the furnace, dude.
Yeah. Oh, poor Hakar.
Oh, he's gonna be taking some hefty.
Doesn't he owe like a life debt to
to Adelaide, the
though?
one not here.
Yeah.
Alright, so he takes absolutely... what's that?
Your use of absolutely throughout this
absolutely
game has been
29 points of damage.
Ooh.
Oh no!
As he's grabbed by both of these, and since there's no one else to take the stinger, he's getting the stinger.
Did the 8 temp HP help at all?
It did earlier on, a little bit.
Fair enough.
I did give him 5 extra HP, so let's see if that helps.
Alright, so he, ouch. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amount.
Mm.
Let me just do a math in my head. He has to make a con save because he's getting the poison.
Yeah.
That's Giant Scorpion. He doesn't need to make one. Picard's blood is venomous to this thing as well. Okay, well, you don't want to roll a 10 is what you want to do, big man. So you're taking more from the piercing of this thing than the poison. He's down.
Oh,
that's not good. That's not what you want to do. This poor fella.
Oh, this isn't even a dragon, though.
Yeah, fighting dragons, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm over here.
And being done with this man, he just the scorpion just tosses him over here. He's just gonna lay there. Rather, you're no longer grappled and you're up.
Oh, no grapple.
Yeah, you had to let go to make the attack again.
I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Hakarn was doing a lot, so I'm going to expend a 3rd level spell slot to cast Life Transference, as I did with our other NPC last week.
Wait. Do you have a potion?
I do have a potion.
You could just give him a potion, because you have Sanctuary. So you could just hold up on your Sanctuary, go give him a potion. You don't have to waste that slot.
Well, it's not. It doesn't get rid of Sanctuary because it's not a harmful spell to anybody else. I'm hurting myself, but I did. Yes, Comet, and I'll go. I do have it on my belt, so I have 2 of them actually, but I'm using 1 to administer a potion to this guy for 2d4 plus 2, I think.
Yeah, if it's just a regular. I bet on the good side though. He bursts back to life. Just.
Did you say if it's on a belt, it's a bonus action?
If it's on the belt, it's a bonus action to drink yourself, but to give it to someone, it's an action.
It's always an action. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I will use my bonus action to Second Wind. And
fair enough.
That's it. Yeah, I'll just stand here.
Just prep for the next onslaught. All right. Tom's absolutely gonna get up. He's kind of dying out here, poor man. What did I give you other than just being able to hit hard? Watch out, buddy. He's gonna do what he does best. He's gonna stand next to you. He's gonna hit him. He's gonna get him.
I'm up.
I'm up.
I'm here.
I live to hit.
Oh.
Okay, a double hit. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Ooh.
Okay, dude, stop rolling like high damage.
12, baby,
okay,
12.
bro. Who gave him a D12 weapon? Who gave him brute as well? What have I done? Who is this man?
I administered the potion to him, and he like grabbed the bottle and
He ate it.
with the back and immediately started
I also
attacking.
like that I essentially gave you, Cheeki, the choice of which weapon you wanted, and you chose the axe.
The hammer bob it's a mole, so it would kind of be doing this. I know it'd be doing 1d6
Maul
less.
2d6.
Yeah.
Maul is 2d6.
So it would be doing.
It's 2d6 rather than 1d12.
Yeah.
He keeps doing max. He keeps doing the max.
He's doing insane. That's even half 15 plus 11, 20, 26. Ow. Ow.
Ow.
Yeah, the big scorpion immediately just looks back down at the guy that they just destroyed, now nearly cleaving off one of its legs. It's not loving it. In fact, after its turn, it's going to let out a heckin' roar and do another lightning thing, because it's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Silence again. It's top down. It's target. I roll the amount of targets and I count from top to bottom.
Oh.
Ooh. You take 12 points of lightning damage.
I put my hand up, absorb elements.
Lightning never strikes twice.
The old
Lightning never strikes twice. I know this. Take 1 damage.
Then Comet.
Oh,
You
okay.
take 6 damage. Because it was 12.
Right. So my turn. Is that what that then Comet thing was?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to turn.
Yeah. I'll forgo my turn.
I hold.
Who's okay? Hang on. I see a lot of health bars, but everyone but Hakarm's is like full.
Yeah, everyone else is pretty good.
Is that okay?
You cast 8. How much did you raise? 10. Okay, I thought it was 5.
More than it. Oof.
Okay, so if that's the case, then what I'm gonna do is, I will bonus action Sanctuary, Twilight Sanctuary, so I can have boom boom.
The double.
Now you guys
Bubble gum.
yeah, double fun. And once again, I'm gonna get a little bit closer here, and then again another guiding bolt. See if this one hits.
You know what I would love? Some options for these auras to be a little bit less, like 70% opacity.
yeah.
And more maybe 20% opacity.
You can't change the opacity?
Apparently not. Other than like going into like some API files maybe, but
That one might hit.
maybe if you like change the hex code to include transparency more or something. I don't know. 24 is absolutely gonna hit this
Sweet.
big old scorpion for 12 unresisted because radiant and lit up.
Now advantage for whoever hits him next. That is my turn.
Alrighty. Lex. Pick yourself up again.
Yeah, just stand up.
My damn book. I need a lanyard.
Ghost lanyard.
Yeah, there really aren't a whole lot of crowd control spells in this spell book, so we'll just do another fireball. That seemed to work last time.
Lex is loving it. This is like the most power he's ever had. Being able to cast his own fireballs, are you insane?
I think Rod is.
Point be like, fight conservatively!
He shouts back, I have been!
This is me holding back.
27 Yelch. I didn't even make this. You think I'm just gonna do the damn not make the save? Okay. You failed.
Yeah.
Ow. Are they gonna shimmy? They got half movement still, so 15 feet of ghost trudging about.
Ghost shimmy.
Into the
Just
aura.
into the aura, yeah.
Fun bubble.
So which one's this? What are these auras? What are we getting from this?
Well, now we have the extra healing and the temporary hit points at the end of your turn.
Okay, so did you want to roll that for yourself?
I got full temp still. I mean, I guess I could get 11. So.
Yeah, you could potentially. It's what, D6 plus...
Okay, now that's 10. Plus 5.
D6 plus 5. Alright, yeah, so
yeah.
Roll a D6 for Lex.
Oh, he already has...
Oh, he already has 10. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he literally can't get any more.
You can get 11. But
yeah, if you do roll 6, you could get one more, yeah. Roll max. Big heal.
It's a D6, you said?
Just a D6,
yes.
Yeah.
Plus 5. Okay.
Well, no, I still got 8 then. At the end of Lex's turn, the Scorpion is going to shift the weather. Everyone make me that strength saving throw, and I mean everyone now, because no one's grappled.
Failed.
Oh, Lex, you gotta stop, my man. Oh,
jeez.
Oh, no.
I'm getting pushed.
Everyone's going forward. Everyone is moving forward. Ra, Flotsam, and Lex are all prone.
You said 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Funny enough, that actually helps my plan.
Let me roll a strength save for the 25. Okay, yeah, so he's fine.
The beast.
The big man. Oh.
I'm on my side.
Steph Flotsam, a new voice.
Yeah. Sideways robot.
Flotsam, you're up now. Well, you're down, but you're up.
I will use half of my movement to move from defense mode to attack mode. And then
you untap yourself.
I untap, move here, and then I don't really think I want to use my bonus action this turn, but what I do want to do is I will use some Eldritch Blast, and I believe the first one will be at advantage because of Guiding Bolt, or are both at advantage because of their bolts.
Well, it's the next attack.
I think it's only one of the bolts. Yeah,
I would think so too.
You're making 2 separate rolls, yeah. The first one hits, absolutely.
Max damage!
Ooh, that's what you want.
I'm rolling pretty well. And then the next one.
This Scorpion, what it should be doing.
Oh, that one should be a
12.
Yes, that one misses, sadly.
So 15 force damage. And then that's it.
Alrighty. I think it has one more, so before you go, Silas is going to call lightning one more time. Let's see if he hits you again.
Silas again?
Yeah, alright.
I'm just saying, this is the least of its worries, but okay.
Alright, Hakam is number 1, which is right next to Ra. Bonus! Ra and Hakam make a dexterity saving throw as the lightning's coming right down at you. Oh, it's brilliant. 16 makes it. Don't worry, 16 makes it. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
And
decision point results.
Yeah. Ooh,
he does not have advantage, so he's
going down again.
Yeah. 13 points of lightning damage, so he's definitely down. Ra, you take half to 6, so.
I don't take any.
Alright.
That's right, evasion.
Evasion, yeah, right, yeah.
I'm not being a dick.
You just said that so
I'm gonna go ahead and not take any.
I'm giving y'all a lot, so it's like
come to my house and make me take
He's on Napskis again. Silas, now I allow you to go.
High score.
You're now allowed to go.
Yeah, second verse, same as the first.
That's a hit. As always.
That's also lightning damage on there. Little spice.
This thing's immune to lightning. No, don't give a shit about no lightning damage. Get out of here.
All right, so it loses 1 point of damage because I rolled a 1 on that D6. Cool. I'm gonna do it Again.
The sequel.
The sequel.
Ouch. Ouch.
For however that much damage is.
Yeah, it adds up.
You did roll a 2 on that 14. Can you re-roll that?
Oh yeah, I can.
Hey.
One more.
One more.
You
damage.
regained the lost point of damage.
Yeah!
There it is. You gonna zoot?
Back up 20 feet
Alright, roll
And
the
then heal.
d6, yeah.
for 10 temp HP.
10, nice. Alright, at the start of this dude's turn...
Lobster.
Lobster.
Let's go.
Come on, lobster damage.
Roll
Lobster damage.
Hey, nice.
Ouch.
The
Alright.
the playlist I listened to changed right as the lobster started to this like really good like metal anthem. Just it was like in my head it was perfect.
Everyone roll me that strength saves as the wind's picking up once more. Towards again, baby. Here comes just sliding on the ground. Poor man. You're fine. Comment, you're fine. Silas, you are moved 10 feet, but not prone.
Uh-oh.
And what did Lex? Lex isn't prone. He's just moved 10 feet forward.
I think was he already prone? Oh, that was
Just rolls further.
Maybe.
I think he was. I think he was still. Pro.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, so it's just he goes to pick up his book, but it slides away a bit. He has to go run after it. Poor guy.
You go to pick something up and you kick it farther. You're like, oh.
And since you have officially bloodied this creature, it's becoming enraged. It lets out a much louder roar, the lightning picking up much more, it's hitting the bridge in random spots, and it looks incredibly pissed at the only thing. So you're kind of within range now. He's got that long grabby claw.
I'm not. What are you talking about?
No, you know.
I don't know what you mean.
I know what I mean. Are you still Sanctuary to Ra?
Yeah, she is.
No.
I mean, you attack. I think even if if you attack, or is it the Sanctuary?
If I cast
He's a harmful.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what Comet does. It's just what you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not what I do.
Yeah. Then your Sanctuary. Let's see if it even wants to tussle with the. No. All right. So double extendo claw. At the cat.
Trying to conserve my health.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll pay off.
Oh, I didn't roll. I forgot to roll for my.
Yeah, go ahead.
You'll miss at least one.
I'm still at 11.
And you reckless attacked this thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. So, that's
I was running away.
That's a crit, right? That's what's happening. That's a big grabby. You don't want that grabby.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're resistant. So it's only 28 damage.
Oh.
So 18 damage.
Oh no, that was half.
So 28 is already half.
Well, temp HP.
I also had 10.
Oh,
10
okay.
HP.
And its second attack, which it absolutely also hit, does 22 bludgeoning, so 11.
Hey, I'm down to a flat 60. That's not bad. Oh, there it is.
And then he gets this.
What's your AC? 19. Ooh. Ooh, you know it just hit. You know you don't want this to crit. That's what you don't want. Another 20 points of piercing.
Too much fun.
I'm loving it. Love these bosses.
Half to 10.
Yeah,
10.
20 piercing, half to 10, and then 20 poison, which you must make a con save, please.
Oh my god.
So you
Silas.
save for
21.
10 poison, unless you have poison resistance somewhere.
Nope. But yeah, there goes 60 HP with resistance on top of it.
That was
You
over
did-
100.
yeah,
that was
you
definitely
did
over
get
100.
That was
crit.
120 damage.
If anyone
Yeah.
else got that crit, they'd be snipped in half. This thing got a dangerous crit.
So much for the plan of conserving my HP for later.
You know.
I mean, you did good. He just kind of tilted the pinball machine towards himself
yeah.
and then got you.
Rah.
Yeah, it'd be me. I'm gonna give Hakaran my last little thing.
Give him another, get him up.
Look, we need him up and hitting this thing. Plus, I'm benefiting from Sanctuary. I want to benefit from that as long as possible. So, let's see, 2d4.
I'm not
plus
benefiting from
2.
Sanctuary.
He's got 9.
9, nice.
And I'm gonna cast a spell I have not cast in game yet. It's a fire genasi spell.
Ooh.
In my hand, I conjure as a bonus action a blade of pure flames.
Oh yeah.
Ready to go when and if I choose to attack with it. But it takes an action, which I already did to get him up. So I'm just gonna move. I'll get up from being prone, and I'll move to like. Can I? Let's see. I can move 20 feet. So can I go 5, 10, 15, 20 like that?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I'm gonna do that. I get right in his face.
It doesn't enjoy it, but
And
it's gone wild.
And I got my fucking swords ready to go.
Alrighty. Hakan's getting up. This thing's looking right at you, so it doesn't know that you've just healed Hakan again. So they're getting another battle axe to the back. You can't flank.
that crit.
You can't flank this creature. Unflankable. 2 hits. Bada bing. No crit, but 2 hits.
Bada bing, bada bing.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. So rolling in the 10s.
11, 10, and 12.
That
That was a great choice.
Mhm.
A stunning
My brain's
choice
just
you
going,
made.
look, it's Silas and then cooler Silas over here.
I mean, he has been down to. He has taken your spot pretty much.
Yeah. Cooler Silas, exactly.
3d12.
Because he has a large battle axe, which is a size category larger than a normal one, which adds 1, and then he has brute because I gave him brute for some reason.
It's a great axe. So great axe is a D12. It's made for a large. So it's 2d12 and then brute. Oh, goddamn, Hakaran. Holy fuck.
And he is just a condensed large creature. It's just, they look weird when you make them large.
Does he also have criticals? Be crits and just
No,
throw another one up?
He might. You never know. That's
5d12.
That's he, but after Hakan again, he's pissed off that Hakan's gotten back up. So they're going to let out another roar, calling some more lightning, but this time 2 bolts because they are enraged. They are angry. 4 and 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Silas high. And Ra. Silas and Ra.
God damn it.
Stop being in the middle.
Oh, okay.
You do both save, so Ra, you take nothing as you just like redirect the lightning Zuko style. You just don't even give a hoot.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like that.
Like explode the pillar to your south. Frick it up.
Yeah.
So you absorb half, so you take 14 half, 7. And do you still have absorb elements up from last time? Was that
It hasn't
round?
been Silas's round yet, right? So I think so.
I think you're still. Yeah, I think you're still absorbing.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
Roll luck.
Yeah.
Above a 10, you.
because you had used it and then you
No,
attacked.
4.
And we jumped out.
Yeah.
I don't think you still have it. No.
Nah, we'll call it a no.
Do you like my
Then
rage
comment
luck?
if you want to go. No, you cannot rage luck.
Yeah, rage. Like, who else? Like,
just less on account, really. That sanctuary's doing wonders.
yeah. All right, so I think I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, you might.
Alright.
Buddies.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, like the touch. So I'm trying to. Come on, let me do the thing. Here we go.
Oh, Silas, you're grappled as well, by the way.
Oh, I'm just gonna touch him while he's in the claw.
Yeah. It's got like the double claw. It's like it hit you with both, so.
Oh, it's doing this.
Yeah, it's got the double grab. You got like a stinger in your shoulder. You're like.
I'm gonna tap him on his foot and just be like, "You'll be fine. You'll be fine." I didn't roll. Hang on. If I do,
you just got to open
It's
and
like a cat wrapped up in a blanket right here.
A very spiky, painful blanket.
that should roll. There we go.
There you go.
So you get 8. I believe
Don't
there's.
you get the plus because of the?
Oh, that's guiding bolt. Hang on. There it is. Let's read the D8. I'm sure it's got to be plus something, right? Oh no, it's just a D8.
Well,
Oh,
your form doesn't your form allow for healing, extra healing?
It does, but I think I'm gonna give that to. Well, I was gonna give it to Hakarim, but I think at this point he's just gonna go down no matter what.
Yeah.
I think it's just making sure he's above 0.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll give you the extra D8. So it'll just be another D8 plus again. So another 9.
Ooh.
Back up to 50.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go here. Hopefully that's out of range.
Where's its border? You might have just left the threat range, buddy.
I mean, I think that's probably better than being in the threat range.
Well, it means I might get an attack of opportunity because you entered threat range. It's gonna try and grab you. It's gonna try. It's getting you. It's getting you. Let's go. It doesn't want you going.
How much did it roll?
It rolled. It rolled above your AC.
Okay.
Let's have a way to up your AC by a smidgen. Then it got you.
I mean, I do, but not as a reaction.
Ooh, yeah. It rolled a 25 to get you.
Dang.
In what world is smidgen based on what you think his AC is?
Well, here Comet's is 22. It rolled 25.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Comet's
got that
high AC.
he's got plate armor and a huge shield, so.
I forgot.
Bonus action.
For gore.
Can I get out of this with a bonus action?
Out of the grapple? Unless you have some kind of. If you have like a face
I'm
step.
looking for my spells, yeah. Alright, fine. You know what? Here, bonus action. If it's gonna grab me, I'm just gonna do Moonbeam.
Oh, fair enough. Well, you do take 24 points of damage because it grabbed you.
Okay.
And you're kind of just smooshed next to Silas. You don't get away. You're squished together now.
Oh wait.
Hi, Comet.
Yeah. I
Look at
gotta
the front line.
add my temp HP.
Yeah, don't be 10.
My
Not concentrating on anything either, are you?
Nope.
But yeah, you're gonna moonbeam him?
I'm a Moonbeam. Now it's concentrating. 'Cause I think Moonbeam-
Yeah. Gonna have a moonbeam and a lobster? Oh.
Yeah, this thing needs to die now.
Pinned down. This lobster has done a ton of damage. It's a
Yes.
lobster from now on. Screw whatever it was before. Piranha, other fish, it's a lobster.
This is a lobster -1.
I found my true
Your true calling.
my true animal, yeah.
So it's got to make a con saving throw of 15.
Yes,
Of course.
sir.
Of course, Flotsam loves lobsters. They're like little robots. They even have little hand clamps.
They do. So does this thing.
Yeah. It failed, so once we actually get the damage to roll properly, your character sheet's gone all kinds of wild.
I think as soon as I hit the dark mode, it changed it all to spell card instead of attack. So 13.
13. Ouchie damage.
And reveal its true form if it is. It wasn't actually. It's actually a lobster. It's itself as a lobster.
Oh. God,
just replaces the sting attack with the extremely powerful tail thwack.
Yeah. The mantis shrimp. One punch and you get sent to oblivion.
So that's how we're gonna launch the moon into the sun.
Mantis shrimp puncher.
That's how.
Alright, yeah, you start sizzling this thing. It doesn't like it, doesn't want it. At the end of your turn before Lex, it's gonna let out a roar, gonna shoot off another coal lightning.
Oh wait, because it's the end of its turn, can I try? Oh no, that's at the end of my turn. Never mind. Well, now it's the end of my turn. Can I try getting out of the grapple?
No, you gotta use an active thing to try and get out.
At the end of your turn?
That's only for like certain spells and stuff.
Okay.
It will probably let you go to try and snip people again, though. So.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, two coal lightnings. Both of them calm. Oh no!
Oh no! Are you serious?
Yeah, but they both rolled target number 1.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. So he's down and gets hit by lightning.
That's one failure.
That's one fail, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, let's put a green. Well, probably shouldn't be green. That's too positive.
Yeah, it should probably be red.
Yeah, let's put.
Go ahead. Green means go ahead and die.
Lex.
How about chromatic orb? It's been a while.
It's been a while. Chroma key it up.
Chroma key.
Yeah. Surely it's within range, right? Like 90 feet? Yeah, you're easy. I assume you're flavoring it at anything but lightning.
Yeah. Let's have it be fire, since that seems to be working okay.
Yeah. Go with all reliable. Ouchies. Are they gonna move? They're still prone, so I assume they at least got up.
Yeah, have movement to get up.
Oh, Lex. Poor little man.
And then maybe move forward a little bit. Just a touch.
Just a touch, just a little.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Flotsam.
Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to move. There's probably good. And then what I want to do is I want to use my bonus action to cast Healing World on Hakarn.
Nice.
And do I get extra? So what do I add to it?
It's a D8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay, so I'm casting this at first level, so hold on, let me do that first.
7.
So 7 plus, what is it? It's 1d8
plus
what's your charisma? Yeah, so D8
okay,
plus
1d8
4.
plus 4.
For 10.
Damn.
So 17 total healing. And then I want to use my mantle. And the 4 that I will choose are Ra, Silas, Hakarn, and Comet. I don't know if they can use their reaction to get ungrappled.
Sure, yeah. If you're giving them the movement, I'll allow them to make an attempt to.
The reason that I say it is normally it allows them to move without provoking opportunity. So
I'll allow you to
whatever you allow them to do,
because your movement is currently 0 because you are grappled, but I'll allow you to make a strength or athletics or acrobatics to get out of the grapple.
Cool.
Yeah,
the 2 of you.
26.
That gets out. You both. Yeah, you both work
We
together.
just put our feet up against each other and push out.
Hakam stands the hell up.
And then using
Boyfriend
can they
technique.
move? Can they move as well?
You can move
Just get
half.
out.
I'll let you move up to half.
Okay.
Hakam also.
Yeah.
Karn is gonna get 8 temp HP as well, just so you can mark that down.
Nice. That actually.
Everyone move away from the big spider. Even though I don't think that he's moved fully out of the range of it.
Oh, Hakam, absolutely not.
Yeah, no. So that's 8 temp HP for you 4, then the healing for Karn, obviously, and then that is going. I'm still in the range of the thing, so I will end my turn.
Alrighty. Silas.
Doing it.
Do it again.
Let's see. So this is within range. 25 feet, perfect. Yeah, recklessly attacking.
Classic. That absolutely hits.
I'll just put the Divine Fury on the next attack, because I forgot to put it on this one.
Oh, good, oh, good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just 2 big bops.
You want to re-roll the first one, maybe? Because there's 2 2s.
Oh, it is 2 2s.
There's 2 2s.
See if it's even better. Hey! It only increases by 1, but it's 2 more damage.
And we take them.
I guess on that second attack.
Yeah, there's 2 on that second attack as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Those rolls are never good. And I'm back up. Just hi.
Oh, I'm glad you could come back.
I've gotten used to being squirrely.
All right. Moonbeam and the lobster.
You already know it's moon lobster time.
Moon lobster.
Moon lobster.
Ooh, 12 lobster damage.
Oh, the lobster is just doing damage. How much? I'm gonna add up the lobster damage really quick.
All right. Well, the moon didn't do that much, but.
Hey, that's 20 moon lobster damage.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Going back, I'm gonna count how much lobster.
Not counting any resistances or anything this thing might have, you know.
Well, the moonbeam is radiant.
Oh
So
yeah,
it
it's definitely not resisting radiant. Let me just All right. Everyone, make me that strength save as the creature roars, shifting the tide of the monsoon. Rah.
That sounded so disappointed.
Oh, you're going backwards. You're going back. Hakam chooses to fail. He's going with it.
No.
Oh wait, no. He doesn't want to be prone though. He doesn't want to be prone.
Oh, if you choose to fail, it's a prone.
Yeah, if you choose to fail, it's prone. Gotta roll within the sweet spot. He succeeded, so he chooses to semi-fail. Fails with style.
Fails gracefully.
Flotsam, you are pushed back.
I moved myself back already.
Lex, push back. Comet, you're fine. Ra, you're pushed back and prone. Oof. Silas, you're fine. Ra, you're still sanctuaried, right? You haven't made an attack. You summoned a sword.
Karn has been making the attacks. That's sort of what I've been doing.
DC for what? For the sanctuary pass?
15.
Ooh. It's coming at you, Ra. It is going to take, a few steps forward because it can, and, just kind of scoops you with its left claw as it does.
Oh yeah? So you're saying it's gonna hit me?
Let me have a look. Let me roll. It's looking like it's square on.
All right. Yeah, shield.
Ringing
26.
26. Ooh, it just got 26. The big old mittens of this thing clamp around your shield. You feel like it's about to hold, but then it shatters. Dealing 20 points of bludgeoning damage as it grapples you once more. Is Flame Blade a concentration?
It is.
No.
But if the DC is
Yeah, it's still just 10.
10, then
You
I
can't
literally
fail,
can't
yeah.
fail the check. Yeah.
That is fair. Yeah, so just 20 mitten damage. You're grappled. Who does he want to... Oh, he's got a smorgasbord right Deep 3, you know. Let's see. Comment. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
He's gonna grab you. Ooh, for a 13 to hit. Ooh, nah, he clamps right around that shield. Doesn't like it. Does not like it. Which means the only one grappled is Ra, so... The Stinger.
I believe they still have the sanctuary.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, you're still... Is it for each attack it makes on it?
It's for each attack.
Alright, let's see. Alright, fails.
Hakan takes the stinger.
Who takes the stinger? Do I roll the one? Hakan takes the stinger. With the stinger.
Well,
Hakan dies with the stinger.
The car just fucking explodes at the back.
Hakan is down.
My favorite sponge. No. Just let me die.
Leave me alone.
That was 32 piercing and 49 poison. So yeah, his
God.
Oh.
it's not.
How
I don't think
much?
that kills him. I don't think that kills him, but
Oh.
he's you know. If
Full
you
of
get him up,
poison.
you do not think he's probably going to help any. You think he's leaving.
Wait, no, I have a good.
You get the little message on the top left. Hakan has left the party. Like
Hakan will remember
Hakan
this.
will remember that.
If he lives.
Yeah. That's yeah. Sorry, Hakan. Ra, you're grappled by this mitten, but that doesn't stop you able to attack or anything. You just movement 0.
I have a question. Because Flame Blade is not the greatest spell, and I wanted to know what you think of this. It says you can use your action to make a melee spell attack with the fiery blade. It's the similar size and shape to a scimitar and lasts for the duration of the spell, which is about 10 minutes. So making your action or using your whole action to make one attack, would you be okay with treating it more like Shadow Blade, where instead you're using it like you can use it as part of your extra attack?
Yeah, since you're dual wielder, yeah, like yeah, that does make sense.
Okay. Thank you very much. That makes it
especially since it says like a scimitar. You know, it's like
it's the same shape. It's almost like a fire of what I'm already wielding. Okay, here's the other question. Does my Rite of Flame get added to this?
If you write it, yeah.
So you put some fire on your fire so you can
Try
fire
to light it up even more.
Kind of do.
Double fire.
The flamiest blade?
I want my flame blade to be the flamiest blade. I think right now, though, I'm going to just go for as many attacks as possible, but that's good to know for the future.
Let's go.
First, we're going to do... Yeah, the barrage. Hellion's Claw first.
Ooh.
I'm going to roll the Bardic Inspiration.
The D8?
Because I want it to hit.
16.
Does
sadly not. Oof. Very close.
Cool. I'm really glad for that. Next, we're gonna do. Gotta take that off because it's not on there yet. Oh, a crit on the flame blade.
Right.
That's fun.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. So 21 fire damage.
21 unresisted.
Into the meaty claw of this thing.
Oh.
And then bonus action, use the Hellion's Claw for another swipe.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, that should hit.
Or another
and
hefty.
that's magical slashing and more fire.
Ouch. Ouch. Thing's not liking it. Damn.
I'm a little too spicy for you.
Ooh, nice.
Mhm.
Nice break of sanctuary.
Yeah.
Let's see. I broke the Bardic, I broke the Sanctuary, then we can take all that off. I'll use half my movement. I can't. I'm grappled. Never mind. I'm still prone, technically.
Half of 0 is 0.
Roll for the temp health as well if you don't have any from Comet's aura.
Oh, I will do that. Thank you. And then take the trophy off. Okay. Well, how much is the temp health?
D6
D6
plus 5.
1d6 plus 5.
Oh, I should probably roll that
All
too.
right.
If you haven't.
Yeah.
Feeling a little better.
Okay. My
All
normal
right.
temp is fine.
If that is it, then Hakam will go. Hey, man. Let's see if he's.
You can do it, Akarn.
Okay, well, he's.
Crit.
No crit.
Le success.
A success. So, he's not dying.
Very little success.
He's a little bit of a success.
Okay.
Comet, before you go, if you will allow.
No.
Alright, no. Okay. Oh, no, Lex is between, so 2 and 3. Lex has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
And Comet has to make a dexterity saving throw. And since Silas is more than 5 feet away, you don't also. Okay, well then that. Okay, so 16 is better than that
I was
one.
like, over 1
Sorry, Norm, your face for that was really fucking good.
What? I don't know.
We'll have to go back and see.
Alright, you're both safe, so Comet, you take
None.
like 4 points of lightning damage.
No, I don't take any because of my shield.
Your shield? Oh,
Yeah, my
shield
I have
monster?
shield master. Yeah.
Kind of epic.
Finally coming to play.
Yeah. Lex, however, takes 14 points. No, half, because they succeeded. 7 points of lightning damage, which they're temp health.
Temp
Yeah, I've still got 4 more temp health.
Oh, hell yeah. Woo. Then, Comet, you can go. Let's go down.
I think moving Moonbeam is an action. Let me make sure.
Can I ask, because I imagine that this creature has like, are the lobster or
they're still within range, yeah. Its hitbox is
okay.
like...
Oh, it's still hitting it?
That's what I was gonna say.
Its hitbox is weird. But yeah, I'll say they're still hitting.
Okay.
Still lobster. Okay.
Still lobster.
Still moon lobster.
Still moon lobster.
Moon lobster.
All right, if that's the case, then
Damage
what I'm gonna
in
do,
disguise.
I'm gonna healing word Hakar.
Alright, throw me out.
Let me see if it's an attack. Yeah, okay. Healing word Hakar.
Alright, so
So
8
got an 8.
plus the... if you're giving him...
No, I'm gonna give the D8 to Silent.
Fair enough. Yeah, if Silas is down, they lose their rage, which you'll probably want for what's
So you
coming
get
up.
11 more.
I have 1 more after this.
Yeah, so probably want to save that for next man.
You have 11 more health. That's my bonus action. And then as my action, I think I'm going to use my last guiding bolts, or my last free guiding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, am I right next to it?
No. You're not within 5 feet of it, but you're within, like, its attack range. Yeah, so you're good for a ranged attack.
Sweet. If that's the case, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it if this thing lets me do it.
Ooh.
That's a miss.
Yeah, sadly. Pings off of its weird carapace.
I think that's all I can do. I really don't want to get hit by this thing, though.
Yeah. This thing's got some mad mittens.
Can't
Kind of
really walk away. I think. Yeah, that's what I can do. That's my turn.
All right. Old Lex. Back of the line.
Let's throw a fire bolt at it, not ball.
Just a
but
regular bolt. Yeah, just a little. 18 for 9. Yeah, kind of ping it in the face. It's not happy. Any movement from Lex? So they're gonna. You might want to run into the aura, maybe. See if you can.
Yeah. I don't remember if he's prone or not, but he probably is.
He probably is, yeah.
Regardless, 15 feet to get back in the aura.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be his turn.
Roll the d6 plus 5. Also, Comet, if you need any temp health, you can as well. Don't forget.
Hey.
Damn. 11 and 10. At the end of Lex's turn, it's going to do another coal lining. Coal lining. No. Another one hitting Lex. And,
No!
and one hitting her car.
Well, he's up. So.
Ooh.
He's up?
Yeah,
He's alive. But he failed.
Yeah.
He takes. He's on 1 health. He took 7. He's on 1.
The got it.
And Lex takes
Yeah,
half
he had
of
the card.
the so Lex takes 6. So he's
Okay.
temp health
Down to
sponges
5
it again.
health. Yeah.
Oh, flotsam.
Man. I'm not gonna waste a heal. Is Hakarn up? Is he?
Hakarn is prone, but you
Okay,
can
I see
see
the
him like he's
symbol.
holding up the axe to show signs of life.
If he wants to run, he can do that and not get any healing from me. Damn. How bad does this thing look?
This thing is looking. Oh, it's on the border of being heavily bloodied right now. Like you've done a substantial amount.
Because I don't think I can kill it, what I want to do is cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Try to get its disadvantage.
Yeah, so not wow.
Wisdom save.
That 1 damage is gonna feel bad if it doesn't make a wisdom save.
It does fail, and it's a cantrip, so it would have resisted all, but it doesn't.
But it's gonna take 2.
It's gonna take 2 damage, and it has disadvantage on its next claw.
That is probably good enough for what I want to do, and I don't really want to. I might back up like a little bit. And then I don't really want to use my bonus action to do anything because everyone seems to be pretty okay. So I will end my turn.
Alrighty, roll the d6 plus 5 for the PoE temp health.
It's even if I get max, I would be up to 11 anyway. So
Easy, Silas.
Step up. Reckless.
I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it again.
Damn.
24. Rating gets reduced by an amount.
Ouch.
Actually, there's a 2 in there. I'm gonna re-roll that too. It's worse. 12.
It gets 1 health back.
And I'm gonna hit it again.
Alrighty.
There's another 2 in there. I gotta roll it. Hey!
Nice.
That's like an actual substantial increase.
Yeah, 3 more damage. So, 17.
And I'm gonna walk back. I'm gonna grab Comet. We're just gonna move back like 3 more spaces. And just use the drag.
Yeah, the good old drag mechanic.
So you go over here. But you're still within range of the Karn.
Yeah.
And then...
I got you!
Who is alive?
Who is alive? Who knows for how much longer? At the start of its turn, everyone roll me the strength save. Let's see if you're
Yeah,
you don't need to do nothing.
At the start of whose turn use it?
What? So this turn, it's doing the weather shift.
Oh yeah, I see.
We'll get to the lobster in a second. Oh,
Moon lobster.
I can't. Yeah, you just slide to the south.
Oh no!
Flotsam, you fail. This is going south, so if you got below an 8, you're going prone, by the way. So
That's fine.
So yeah, Flotsam, you're south and prone. Comet, you're fine. Sus, you're fine. Lex is actually fine this time.
For once.
What the? Oh no, they move 10, but they aren't prone. Yeah, 16 to meet it. Then roll the lobster moonbeam.
Everyone look in the memes channel.
What's up?
I wanna see it.
Yeah.
Yo!
Ooh.
All right, could I kill it with the lobster here?
Okay, look. As much as I want you to,
Dang it.
let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a
Maybe
look.
he's got 16 or less HP, and I can kill it with the lobster.
Wait, 19 radiant? Actually?
Oh,
actually?
Big lobster damage could kill.
Roll it.
Roll
it up.
Here we go, baby. Lobster. Dang it.
I was so deflated.
Yeah, you needed a little bit more than that.
That's fair. That's fair.
But you did set up the epic kill, potentially,
by a card.
for this thing to still take its turn. It doesn't know Hakan is alive, so it's just gonna see if it can deal with you.
Got disadvantage on the first attack.
So yeah, disadvantage first attack, which makes it a 13. So you matrix under that one. Second claw is a 12. It can't get you.
Oh,
but the stinger.
go.
The one thing you don't understand is it rolled a 15 on the stinger.
Yeah, that's stinger.
Unless it has advantage to hit you.
God.
Does it have advantage, please? Okay.
I am prone.
That only works for
Are
me.
you prone? It had you grappled, so I don't
I
think
have
it.
been prone. I can failing my strength save.
If you were you grappled while prone, or were you grappled while you were standing?
Both. Yeah.
I think you were standing last I remember.
Last that you said about
Yeah, you ran up to its
where
face, and then it like. I don't think you grappled by this thing.
I think.
All right.
Oh, no, yeah, side blinded. Yeah, you were standing. Okay, so it doesn't crit you.
Go.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
But it is your turn then.
Okay.
And misses you with double claw. You dive between the two claws.
You do the spin jump.
Ooh,
Come on, let's go.
that hits.
Ooh.
Is it dead?
How do you kill the scorpion?
Ah! Oh. I used the lobster.
Yeah, grab the lobster.
Because it's turn attacking me, it was facing sort of away from everybody else. And you see as this thing's like its stinger going down, and it looks like it looks like it's killing Raw because there's these like poofs of flame and stuff, and then suddenly there is a glowing spot on its back as a sword comes right through. Like Goku pierces King Piccolo at the end of the DBZ Dragon Ball arc from the first show.
Classic.
And I on the other side.
Is this Raw's first kill?
Just as Eminem never killed anything? I assume you mean boss kill.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let the record show that, sadly, yes, it took 55 or whatever episodes to get here, but I finally got the kill on a boss.
God damn!
It would have been much. It would have been much funnier if it was the lobster.
If you roll high enough, you
when
would have.
you were like, "Could I do it?" I was looking at it. I'm like, okay, it makes sense for the lobster to do this because his turn's next, and you could stop him from having a whole turn, and that would be funny. And you've been rolling great tonight, so I'm like, Karma's gonna give it to him. But man, wouldn't it be nice if he didn't kill it and I got to do it next turn?
I want it known that
And
the
then-
lobster did 69 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Also, very sick thing that happened throughout the course of this combat. Yes! Yes!
He's
Oh,
the new
God.
Eat my creature.
Feed.
Consume, grow, and power.
I'm gonna cut that stinger off before this thing turns into dust because I want to see if I can take that poison.
Steal the poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a survival. See if you can like, see how quick you can get at this thing.
Sure.
Oof. Sadly not quick
Too
enough.
bad I don't have the bardic inspiration for that.
You jump through this thing, leaving like a magma hole in its center. It still kind of like clamps at the air a few times as it loses balance and finally stumbles on itself as the lobster gives it the business.
Mm-hmm.
Get out.
Does it do the like
lobster.
arachnid?
The lobster business.
As Calm crawls back.
With his 1 HP.
Yeah. As the entire scorpion starts to disintegrate into these ashes that the wind takes. As the monsoon it seems to have been conjuring also seems to dissipate. Until you are left with just a pile of ash slowly being swept away by the wind and a titular essence at the core of where it was sitting. Let me get rid of it. And get rid of the...
Yeah, let me get rid of it.
Let me get rid of it. Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
Scorpions are scared.
Lobsters are psychic.
Lobsters are psychic. I'm very afraid.
Oh. Let me...
I'll grab the S. Doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, you don't want to be... You want it to be eaten straight away like the other dudes as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the fact that, you know, this thing was sent here to distract us, the last thing I want is for us to give essence to the freaking thing as a result and play into... I'm gonna be like, who can use it? Who wants it? Anybody?
What does it do?
all crowd around this essence.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does it do?
Let me look at my handouts. No,
Because I've been using the Ankeg Queen essence for a very long time, and it does absolutely nothing for me.
Is it a tremor sense?
I've had tremor sense.
It also lets you go invisible, though, doesn't it?
No, that's the Troglord essence that I've been using. Technically, no. I can cast Ray of Enfeeblement that I have never done. Which actually probably wouldn't have been a bad thing to cast in this one, but I also forget that I can do it.
That would have been really good for this strength-based scorpion.
Yeah, I'm realizing that now. And I do have tremor sense, that's correct.
So you all crowd around as you start to inspect the essence. And like most essences you've dealt with, you kind of know where they come from. Roll an insight, everyone, as you are all crowding around this essence.
Advantage.
75.
Well, no surprise there.
Huh. Khan doesn't give it a bother.
I want to go home.
I'm bleeding out of wounds that I could not know exist.
I love that Silas and Ra both have a -1. And based on those checks, it's like Ra is cross-eyed, Silas is slightly less cross-eyed. As we're like,
It's in the spot, like the blind spot underneath his snout, so he's having a hard time seeing it.
Well, for Flotsam and Comet, the fine hairs on the back of your neck, or the weird sensors Flotsam has, kick in. As you recognize this immediately, while the others you kind of just see it as an essence. Let me show it to you guys.
Hey!
Oh my god. I don't want to know what this attachments do. Actually, hang on.
Yeah, actually, you know.
It's better for us.
Morbid, don't you think?
Wait a minute. I didn't read the. I didn't read the. I was like, what's everyone reacting to? I was like, what's everyone reacting to? What's the friggin' big deal?
My question is, who is Alalade?
not Alalade.
Look at it. It's the evil twin.
It's her identical twin sister who also happens to be like a pirate lord or something.
Not Alalade.
So this is the wrong one. Sorry, just a really close name.
No. Shift, it changes.
You see,
Trust me.
Adelaide comes back, except coming back is such a experience and ordeal that now all her D's sound like L's.
Like an L from D, like that's across the keyboard.
That's across.
Yeah, like I'm just like being clapping it.
Flotsam and Comet are like hot potatoing. Yes, it's like, oh no, no, you did it.
It's her. Like it's
I'm also stammering.
It's who?
We found her. It's Adelaide.
What?
It's Adelaide.
What's with her?
What? You do see in the ash there are like shards of the moon that like you see they've used to turn people into these creatures.
What was your plan if we didn't notice that was Adelaide's essence? Have one of us attach it?
Cool. Kick.
I'm doing less damage. I'm doing lightning bolt.
Man, where is Adelaide?
Well, if none of you realized,
Adelaide
Lex
would have
probably told you. He probably knew. He looks he looks like he saw a ghost from someone who is a ghost.
This is her essence. They must have. Oh no!
You know what they did. Comment.
Should we do that here? This is not a good spot for...
We went to find her and we found her. This is as good a spot as any.
Is it? Because I also have concerns that one, when she is revived, she's going to not really be at full health, and it's going to be difficult to transport her back. And I also fear that she might.
I'll take care of that if that's the case.
It might be a better idea to go back to the Babicon for now.
We were chasing that man because we thought he had Adelaide. If we have Adelaide, we don't need to chase him anymore.
We need answers, and Adelaide's gonna have them. I don't think we should leave her as an essence for any longer than she already has been.
It's fair enough. I know I didn't enjoy that at all.
Yeah, I just realized I kind of pierced her through the chest with a fire sword.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, the proper guy still has the knights, you know.
Like, we have Adelaide, but we don't have the knights.
The three guys.
I didn't forget.
Okay. Yeah, like we can bring her back.
Right. Do we have any... Wait, get her coat. She's gonna probably want it.
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
took.
Yeah, I mean, you
forgot that.
have the
I've been
shard,
wearing
right?
Yeah,
I have her hat.
Awesome, give me that.
What if
I've
she's
been wearing a
naked?
coat.
All
It's
right.
really small.
All right, everyone, close your eyes. I'm gonna get the
Lex covers his
shard.
one eye.
Just moves the iPad
Where you
over.
can see through his hand anyway.
Yeah, I'll put the essence like in my
Turn
hand.
around.
I guess I'll do the light. I'll turn around. I'll do light through the shard, the light cantrip. Try to bring
Yeah,
it back.
the essence immediately kind of
We're all like swarmed around her.
yeah, absolutely crowding.
Hakarn is there.
Dying of poison.
Yeah.
The poison.
Lex instinctively kind of backs up to give room as in the kind of center of you, the essence does start kind of spinning and starting to reform like you have seen it do many times when you've resurrected your friends. And slowly the form that, if you call him a friend still, that's up to you, but Adelaide's form starts to slowly retake the silhouette, gaining colors, and fabric starts to appear as, yes, they have clothes. And you kind of fall to the ground, unable to really carry your own weight too well, Adelaide, as you
Oh no!
go back up. The last thing you remember, not being the most comforting thing, and the next thing you see is them. The people you ran away from and left to go do what you've done. And who's dying.
He's there too.
Who killed Hakarn? Who did it?
Which one of you did?
Right.
I'll
So I
I'll reach
forgot,
my hand out to try to like offer her help to stand up.
She'll push your hand away and try to stand up on her own.
Ooh, roll a strength check. See if you can. See if you're able.
It says your health bar is full. Does that mean, do you start with like reduced max health but at max?
Yeah, your max health is half, but yeah, you do start with the half.
Okay.
So you'd be on like
So
28, 20 something.
4 hit points. The hit points of a commoner.
Oh, yeah. It's a 4.
There we go. That's better. That's more accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, Lex kind of encroaches in a little. You are able to barely stand. Your legs are still very jelly. And Lex looks almost horrified to see you in this state. You okay, Adelaide?
What even happened?
I don't know, but you're safe. That's what matters the most. You're here. You're back with us. It's gonna be okay.
Raphael, what do you remember?
I was making an escape. I landed in the square in front of the Babacan. They took me across the bridge. And then it's fuzzy from there.
I mean, over here?
This bridge?
Yeah, is this the bridge you mean, or do you mean the bridge?
Yes, this bridge.
Into the city. This bridge.
Whoa,
Can you fight?
Raw. I don't know if that's a good idea right now.
Hold on. Can you fight?
Yes.
Second question. If we were to go and find that prophet, would you fight with us?
Yes.
Welcome back to the fire, ladies.
And if I guess like if she's got her coat and hat, I would gesture to hand them back, and then I'd look to Comet and I'd
Say, I understand that she just came back from death, so it's a bit of an ordeal. But she's not a frontline fighter anyway. If she has access to her magic, you might have enough there to find this guy and take him down. But I'll put this up to the rest of you. Do you want to continue and find this guy before he does some other effed up crap?
I think we need to take a minute. Because, I mean...
Hakarm needs to go back.
Yeah. And we just found Adelaide.
She'll look up and kind of be shocked that he's there.
He looks barely conscious, but he gives you a stern nod.
So are we going?
Hold on. We just fought a giant scorpion that these monsters had turned Adelaide into. She doesn't have her memory, and she's clearly hurt. We just got Adelaide back, and I don't want to risk losing Adelaide again. To be frank, we've just been in two very serious fights to get to this point, which, above all, was our ultimate goal. So, I think it puts us in danger, jeopardizes things, if we were to go into this at full strength. Hakarn, is there Adelaide, if you can remember, this place that we're going across the bridge, is this the prison, the jail, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall, do they have forces there? They must, if they were able to capture the both of you, right?
What's my memory of the prison like, DM?
Roll a history. See if you can recall it on spot too well.
Yeah. I will
Is
have
everything a
disadvantage on it
Yeah.
because I have resurrection sickness.
Oh,
11. You don't remember seeing, the bulk of their forces there? Like, it makes no sense that they would keep a lot of their forces just on an island in reserve for nothing when they just want to run around the streets killing everything. You do remember that the Prophet was a little bit panicked because he seemed to have been talking about, his people disappearing even before, what happened in the previous fight you guys saw. He mentioned that, his men weren't coming back, and it's weird, but they still had quite a few. But you're not sure how many he has there, if any.
I think we should go back.
I
I'm
think
sensing boats, so let's go back.
But there's every possibility that he could get away. Or he could reinforce himself. This might be our best chance.
It might. However, I'm not going to force the rest of everyone here to fight when they don't want to. And we've got a lot of questions for you, Adelaide, if you don't mind. Let's get you rested up and back to the Babacon.
there might be a way we could continue if all we need is rest. Raw, could you send Sizzle see how many people are walking around.
Sure.
I'm gonna warg into Sizzle, who I believe at this point is still like where
yeah, all the way at like the start.
the detectives were.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, like, what's going on with the detectives? I guess
They're not really doing much. They don't seem to be in any active like attack mode. They seem to just be recuperating still. As what happened did happen like not too long ago, and you killed some of them, so they're probably dealing with their dead.
Okay. I'll report that to everybody.
Like, good news. At least those detectives are still recuperating from our last altercations, so we have a little time before we deal with them again.
And then as a bonus action, I'll poof Sizzle right here, and then I'll send Sizzle over that way towards the Babacan.
Back the way you guys came? Or into the prison?
I thought, wait, where did you want me to send
I want you to
Sizzle?
check the prison to see how many people are around there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll send him that way. And I'll say...
Remember, you're just like with those detectives. This is like, we're dealing with a different sort of, warden of like a prison, cops still. So like, try to be as discreet as possible.
And Sizzle has a cab written on its chest. So,
roll them a perception as they kind of squawk around and fly about, dealing whatever is over there.
Okay.
While they're doing that, Adelaide, Lex has just been staring at you in like almost disbelief. And they do not look at all like they usually do. They are like almost fully humanoid right now.
Yeah, he's still like arcane. But he's got like a body.
Yeah, way more than he ever had, like literally the few days ago you talked to him.
She can't even look him in the eyes.
He does kind of approach, and like, you've felt it before whenever like his phantomly touched your hands or like been around you. You've never really been able to see his hands or anything, but he kind of holds your cheeks and kind of like feels your face, and he looks horrified to see you in this state. Are you all right? Are you okay, Ada?
I'm fine.
Are you really?
I mean, you're different now. What happened here?
I had to adapt, I guess. Boys relied on you to do everything. I didn't know I could do this stuff, but it's kind of cool.
It's been great.
Are we going to just kind of move past why I'm here in the first place?
Maybe for now. Put a pin in it, maybe.
Well, if the plan is, Comet, to rest here, it seems, then we have a little time to go over the events of the past couple days from both of our perspectives, catch each other out.
If there's not that many people up here, we might be able to take a break here. But I don't know how dangerous that would be.
Really out in the open.
With a 17, you do see that The prison is a ghost town. There doesn't seem to be anyone hanging around. No one's like watching the gates. The gate to the place is kind of just hanging open. The people he ran away with don't even seem to be like standing watch or anything. But you do know, like, long resting out in the open is very dangerous, as any creature could just happen by and spoil you with a long rest. You feel like you might be able to get a short one off? For some of you that is definitely beneficial, but for others, only marginally.
In a short rest off where we are now, or like in the jail?
On the bridge. You think you could kind of hold up on the bridge well enough that you could like close the gate that you came in, and you don't know if anything's going to come running across the bridge from the prison. Doesn't look like there will be.
I mean, a short rest is all I really need, I guess. I mean, it's not ideal, but
I think things need.
Obviously, a long rest would be the best, but
well, of course it would.
Especially between you two, looking at Adelaide and Lex.
I'm fine.
You're both not fine.
If that guy did that to Adelaide, I'll kill him. I'm fine.
Do you recall? Was that that prophet? Is he what did this to you?
Yes.
You said you were trying to escape. Were you trying to escape Quinn and Graham? And then you fell into the prophet's path?
I have a question for you in response. What is it you think I'm doing? Or was doing?
Well, I don't know, Adelaide. You got scared for a minute, decided to run to Quinn, thinking that was maybe the best option. Doesn't look like it was, based on what we just witnessed. We all make mistakes. So, if that's the case, then I guess right back at you. Like, what is your intentions right now? What do you want? How do you want to go from here?
You don't seem very mad at me.
I mean, I'm kind of mad that you made a dumb decision, but I make dumb decisions all the time. I'd be kind of a hypocrite if I was always mad at every dumb decision somebody made. I was more worried, and rightfully so.
Adelaide is
I'm just sad that we weren't able to get you in time.
Almost kind of a cornered animal. Adelaide is gonna look around at everyone's faces, just trying to gauge how they feel, or in what manner are they looking at her. Are they glad to see her? Are they kind of sad? Are they frustrated and visibly angry?
Comet is pretty happy. You do sense that there's a little bit of frustration, but he's mainly happy.
I would say with Ra, it's happy, but she's channeling a bit of Lex's I'm gonna kill whoever did this to you type of energy, which is why she's like, are you able to fight and do you want to fight? And the moment you said yes, she was like, okay, good. So she's sort of just I'm gonna slow down because everyone else wants to slow down, but I could keep going. That's sort of her vibe right now.
I think Flotsam can show too much. Yeah, Flotsam's just really just staring.
I would say that I haven't been really. You heard me earlier when I was referring to you like in the third person, almost as if you were not there. So like, not really even wanting to like look at you at this like at this point. I guess you could sense. I'll just say like extremely frustrated right now, and that's what I'll say.
Yeah, I think Lex just horrified to see you in this way, but just exhausted. Like, too tired, too done with this area to feel anger. Like, it's just... It looks like he's just on the verge of crying and would not stop. Because it's overwhelming to be here. But as you do look around, he does like let go and kind of back off to see what you will do. Not sure if you're gonna explode.
I don't know if Silas said what they're feeling.
I said it really quick before yours. Just
Yeah.
relieved, like wants to run up and hug you, but is trying to restrain himself and give you boundaries. So happy tense.
If it's forward where we're going, I think getting there safely is more important. We might need to head back before it gets dark. If there's no one there, there's no one to chase anyway.
I'll have Sizzle go like through the gate or whatever and into like into the prison proper and kind of look around Oregon just to kind of see. Scout it out.
You can't go in to the prison. The main door, as you get to it, the only person that seems to be there is the prophet, and he's kind of sitting at the main door. Like there's the kind of inner courtyard, and then there's like the door to the like inner prison, and there's like barely any windows you could get into because it's boarded up to all high heavens. But he seems to be sitting there among the corpses of the few that ran with him. And he does not look entirely himself. Like, it looks like he's been through the ringer. Something's happened to this man.
He did get caught in the wall of fire.
So something's happened to this man in addition to us chasing him and damaging him.
Not necessarily in a bad way. Like, he doesn't look damaged. He just doesn't seem to be like all there. He's not like looking around, like checking his back, like, and like the corpses of these dudes that are there, they don't look like they were killed by like magic happened here.
Okay, I'm gonna relay
this. I'm gonna be like, I found the prophet. Ooh, okay. He looks, yeah, he looks weird. Like, maybe like possessed by a ghost or something? I'm not sure. All of his dudes are dead at his feet, and he's just kind of like standing like a zombie. Oh god. If, I don't know, something's up with that, I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't just leave it as is, but I'm also wary because it seems like something happened to him. And it might be something that makes him stronger and more crazy, I'm not really sure.
If he's different, we don't want to run into that half-cocked.
Well, let's go.
And I'm gonna snap my fingers, poof sizzle on my shoulder. And I'll look to Adelaide.
Oh, can you walk?
Yes, I think so.
Do you think so, or do you know so?
You
Well, I
can
won't
walk.
know until I take a few steps, now will I?
Alright, go for it. Let's see.
I'm guessing another strength check.
No, you can. Like, you're just exhausted. You can still move.
Yeah.
It's just not,
How many levels
not
of
so
exhaustion?
graceful. Just one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's not great.
Yeah. Only for like skill checks and stuff. In battle, you'd be fine, but otherwise, it does burn you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, Ra, if you think that our best bet is to go forward, I will support your decision in that.
Truth be told, I don't know what the best option would be now. If it were just him and his guys, we would know what we're facing. But it's all of his dudes are dead and he's changed in some way. I can't explain it, but it looked like it was some sort of supernatural thing that happened to him. And, we're all a little bit tired. Akarn died almost 3 times today. Adelaide, I don't know if you're aware that you were a giant scorpion for a hot minute, and you fucked his ass up several times. Half the battle was me just making sure he didn't die. So I think we've kind of all fought each other here, and I feel like any aggression that we had towards you has kind of been spent in that fight. So I think maybe going back, getting our bearings together, and formulating a plan on how to deal with this crazy prophet guy, and also figuring out exactly what happened with you, that might actually be the best option right now.
So the slate's just clean then?
No.
I would say
What was that? Shane, your audio kind of whoa.
sorry, I didn't say just that. I said that we would go back and we would talk about it and go from there.
Are you going
But
to leave
you
again?
forgot the last.
You're going again, are you?
No. I am not going back to Quinn.
Oof, that's a relief.
Are you
But
going
I
to
didn't
stay
say
with
that
us?
I was joining you.
Who's she saying that to? Lex or us?
The crowd.
Would you give it up already? Good lord.
Give what up?
Enough
Rob.
of the tough girl act. Oh, but I didn't say I'm joining you. You don't really have anywhere else to go, Adelaide. We've been through a bunch of stuff together, thick and thin. We've always had your back and you've always had ours. And now
I didn't
that you
have
got
your back, Ra. I left you. I abandoned you. All of you. It was always going to happen.
Well, we didn't abandon you. You don't get to just leave the captain's crew. That's just not how it works. You gotta get permission, and you didn't get permission. You didn't even talk to me. You just bailed before I had a chance to say anything.
All right, Raw, I think that's enough. Adelaide, you may not... You don't have to come with us, but I think you at least owe it to your dad to see him again. He was very worried about you. So we're gonna go back there. And you can come. After that, we can talk.
Fine.
I'm gonna help a carp.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You. Get the big rock boy up.
He leans on the axe and kind of gets up with you.
Here, I can carry the axe for you.
The big scorpion was Adelaide. What the? What's that?
What's that
about? I said I would, like, then I hit her. Like, what's that about?
How do you?
I think you have like 3 concussions.
Like, I think I need to talk
You're
about
both
that kind of
talking at the same time. I am. One of my ears are full of blood. One's a bit buzzed. You have to slow down there, buddies. Let's go for a walk.
Yeah, here. I'll carry the axe while Comet carries the card.
Thank you.
Is there anything else anyone else wanted to do?
As they walk off, you four are left on the bridge. If there's anything you want to do other than walk back to the Barbican?
Yeah. Before Adelaide can take a step, I'm gonna grab her arm. And I'm gonna I don't know if I can change my token anymore. I don't seem to have that ability.
Right click on multi-side. Should be able to.
Right click it? Oh yeah. Let me go. Before you can move, what I want to do is I want to turn into the fire Genasi, so you can just see how like actually frustrated that I actually am.
Expressions.
So I like grab your wrist and like emanating from the wrist, the runes appear on my hand to show that I am like back into the fire Genasi, and I am just like angry but also like crying. And I want to say, before you take another step, apologize to Lex.
She will turn around to face Lex.
He looks very caught off guard, but doesn't say anything.
Flotsam is absolutely correct. And I do owe you an apology. I'm so sorry for just going away. For leaving you by yourself.
If you want to leave, we can leave. Just, I want to be with you. I can do things myself. I don't necessarily need you to be a cool wizard. Doesn't mean I want her. I want to be around you. I want to be your book. Not in the literal sense, but you know, like this. You left. Ever since I was created, I've never been alone.
I will say this. I wouldn't have done what I did if I thought I was putting you in more danger. I never thought Quinn was right. I never thought he was going to win. We didn't know what was going on inside that cabin. And we weren't going to find out. I mean, someone had to.
Why couldn't you tell me?
If there was even the slightest chance that the ruse was up, I just didn't want things to seem amiss. I knew it was stupid when I did it. I knew it was a bad idea.
hate this place.
I do too. She'll like kind of open her arms, kind of like almost in a hug gesture.
Oh,
She doesn't
like
know if that's
instantly, as if waiting for it. Like, he walks forward and hugs you, but like absorbs into the book to where he's just left where he usually is when you're holding him.
I'm gonna turn back into Flotsam, and I'll lean over to Ra. This was the lesson that she had to learn. That's why it was so important.
Are you saying that loud enough to hear, or just like?
They are right there.
Yeah, I'll say it loud enough for you to hear.
And what lesson might that be?
I think in your heart you understand.
I don't.
I'm not gonna say anything.
What do you think I learned by doing this?
Let me think here.
Let me consider.
Ra's kind of grinning at this, like, oh my god. Like, she doesn't know what to do. She's just kind of letting them do this interaction.
I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. It's hard to do role play on the spot.
Yeah, it's all like we've done 52 episodes, 55 maybe.
I know. Adelaide. I just needed you to understand what it is that the two of you and Lex, mean to one another. I think through that, you'd have an easier guise of understanding me. Because I don't think that many people do. Which is difficult for me to come to terms with. But I think we're getting there together.
I don't really understand, Flotsam. And Lex is the only person I'm going to apologize to.
Understood.
You know, they should call you the Hellion, not me.
Are we going back to the barbican, or are we killing that guy?
I'm already walking.
I guess we're going back.
Let's go, everyone. I can't believe I'm carrying Hakarim and you guys are slower. Let's go.
Just gonna lean over the comment like, oh god, this is gonna be a rough afternoon.
You all waddle your way back through the town. Seems more desolate than usual. Not a lot seems to be sticking around lately. But you make your way back to the barbican, which isn't labeled that in my map list. And that's stupid.
I hate it.
I know. It's the worst.
As we walk back, I'm gonna go with the Flotsam. I'm gonna say,
I think that switching gears from the whole Adelaide situation. I'm beginning to think that we're reaching the final stages of this thing being in the sky. That guy was the prophet, right? So if there was any truth to that, he had maybe, presumably, some connection to the thing in the sky. I thought he looked possessed. I'm beginning to think maybe he was connected to its, like, consciousness or something. And the fact that things aren't reappearing, I mean, if that prophet is like a conduit for this thing to, like, speak through, potentially, I mean, I don't know if anyone else has sending spells left, but it might be an idea to try and at least talk to it. I just don't think that we are not a put together team right now is kind of the problem. If we wanted to sort of pull information from our enemy, I think we kind of need to be united on that front, and we are very much not right now. So I feel like we're kind of missing an opportunity, but I don't really see any other way we can do this.
What's your point? What do you need from me?
Well, my point is, I'm just confiding in you, buddy. My point is, I think that we should just assume the worst. We should assume that thing is going to be hatching soon, and that Quinn's plan is nearing its end. Or beginning, I guess, depending on how you look at it. So, when we do talk with Adelaide, we need to come up with a unified game plan. We need to all be on the same page.
That will certainly be difficult.
Yeah, but the fate of the world kind of relies on it, so we better get our shit together.
I never wanted any of this.
Could you be more specific?
Have begun to remember about who I was before you found me.
Oh. And what's the verdict? Do you like who you were before I found you, or do you reject it? Do you accept it?
I don't think that I can reject it, which of course makes things more complicated. But I think I've been trying to figure out through you and through Adelaide and through all of us where it is that I stand in the position of things. And I think the lessons that I've been learning here have been sort of unlocking parts of me that have been long buried. Specifically, the things that I see take place with Adelaide and Lex, and between you and me and Silas and Comet and, well, all of us. I accept what it is that I was before, at least to the extent that I understand it, which isn't... I don't have the full picture at this point, so I'm hoping that at the very least there'd be some sort of catalyst through all of this. I know that I told you that if I ever recovered my memories that I would be forthright with you. I just haven't had the opportunity to tell you. since we've been looking for Adelaide. But now that we've found her, it feels stupid that I would tell you right here and now as we're walking back. And like look back into Karn's eyes and everyone's dying.
Since actually, while we're walking back, I noticed that like Hakarn just looks like death, and I'm like, I feel too bad to leave him like that. I'm gonna actually use life transference. I can't leave him like this. It just pains me. I'm gonna deal 13 necrotic damage to myself as my magical Genasi blood flows into him and gives him 26 hit points back.
That pains you a little bit more.
Necromancy.
Necromancer, get them! Throw them in the river.
Hey, like me. Does the soul good to throw him in the river sometimes?
It builds character.
It does build character, literally. I built my character around that concept.
Use Ra do the spell and use her blood to like infuse him with some more life.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of wraps up the wound, and as you guys are walking,
what did she just do to me? What was that?
Now you are like me. You are like Flotso. Powerful blood.
Listen, I've learned I got magic blood, so I'm using it to help people.
But your arm, are you okay?
I will be in a bit. It hurts.
That's
It's like
what we're
getting
gonna
any
go
blood
to.
drawn, you know.
Gonna make sure everyone's okay, including you,
I'm
Akar.
doing a hell of a lot better than you, Akar. Let's just put it that way.
It did pinch very hard. Harder than a
I
dragon
guess dragons
pinches.
don't pinch.
To be fair, I never killed a dragon.
What did you
Yeah,
say?
he didn't get his opportunity.
I came close to one, but then I got arrested. Who would have thought, right?
False advertising.
I did well.
you're under arrest for attempting to slay a dragon. Like, come on! I thought this was a good thing.
I was doing everyone a favor.
I didn't register that was his first attempt at a dragon.
was an
I thought
attempt.
he had already killed someone.
It's customary that he goes, kills one, and
I
then
think
goes
he did
home.
I think he could do it.
He kills one and then goes home. You know, it says he just never got to kill one.
I do want to say when Raw catches back up at any point, unless there's anything else. I know that I've been taking a lot of time. Is there anything else that you want to know about anything?
I want to know a lot of things. I try not to be too nosy into other people's business, and I just assume that if someone wants to tell me something, they'll tell me if they feel it's important enough. Seeing as Adelaide was able to leave and I didn't get a word in, I'm a little bit reconsidering this sort of philosophy of mine. So I guess I'll just ask straight up. What is important to you about your past? What has impacted you that you've, I guess, remembered or relearned?
Raw, do you remember one time you told me that the songs that I sing are very sad? And then you changed the subject and you said it because I looked as though I had reacted as if maybe I had done something wrong, and you assured me that that wasn't the case. It was an observation, is what you said. Do you recall that?
I do recall that, yes.
I think that there's a reason for that. There are pieces missing, but I was in a band. I was a musician. That's all that I was. Just a musician. And I had a family. Others like me. And we played music. And we must have been on some sort of floating island And there was a girl like you, and she took care of me and my family. And she, I think, created me or fixed me, but she was very clearly important to all of us. And I think the reason that my songs are so sad is because I don't think I ever wanted to fight or to be a fighter. I just remember that there was a man on the island, or the ship, wherever it was we were. It was in the sky, and there was something coming, and my family, they were so scared, and they handed guns to us and weapons, and we didn't talk, but I could sense how scared they were. And they didn't want to have to fight. They didn't want it at all. And they looked to me. And I don't know if I fought back against this man who wanted us to fight. I don't know exactly what happened because that part of it is still missing, but I think that I fell from the island, and or the ship, or whatever it is that it was, the home that I had. And I think the thing that I recognize, to answer your question, is that it is rather sad. I wasn't designed for any of this. To fight to help to save the end of the world. I shouldn't be here pitting Adelaide against the rest of us, or attempting to fix her, or fighting with you, or I shouldn't be a pirate, and I don't think that I should be fighting monsters. I think it's just sad that I was made to bring beautiful music to people. And now I'm here. And I don't think that and as I say this, I'm changing into the regular Genasi. I just think that it's really sad that of all things that could happen, I think I just wanted to play music, and that's really sucks that there had to be anything more than this, and it's not something that I chose. That ultimately it really just had to be me fighting for survival. And don't get me wrong, I've had a really, really good time doing it, and I've loved it, and I've really enjoyed being with you this entire time. And I love you and Silas and Comet and Adelaide and Lex, and what we're doing is important. But fuck, that it's just so sad that I couldn't just play music for everybody.
But you have. A little minor correction. I validate what you're feeling, but you play music for us every day. When you fight, you play music. And yeah, it's unfortunate that you're in a position where you have to fight to survive. I mean, this is not necessarily the most ideal thing, but I mean, we're comrades in this, and for what it's worth, I know you haven't remembered the whole memory, but I'd be willing to bet money that when they gave you those guns, you probably saw that girl and you thought, well, I want to play music, but if she's not around, who am I going to play music for? I think you probably took up arms to help her out. Whether you won that fight, I don't know, but I mean, that fiddle there, the violin, it's gotten a lot of use.
I just hope that the rest of them are okay. I don't think I ever got a chance to protect them, so I look back at everyone. I'm already here. I've already got the arms, so just want to protect my family.
Yeah.
If I can't just play music, that's I want to make that choice. That's what I want to do.
Right. Yeah. I agree with that notion. This is something that I think is going to affect everybody. But once we figure out what we need to do to deal with this thing, assuming that we're able to continue our lives after this, I'd be very willing to help you find them and reconnect with them wherever they are.
I'll see what I can remember, I guess. I don't know if they're still...
Yeah. One thing at a time, man. Don't try to like strain yourself to remember. It'll come back to you in bits and pieces, I'm sure.
Yeah, or Jetsam would remind me.
Who?
I turn back into Flotsam. Nothing. I'm sorry. I think I'm having a headache. I'm sorry. It's a little fuzzy.
My skin hurts.
All right. Well, good talk, my dude. Just keep it together, and we're gonna take it easy tonight. All right?
Okay. Understood.
Ra's grinning from ear to ear, like this is the most expressive conversation she's ever had with Flotsam, and like could clearly see what's happening here, and is like,
he said the F
"This is
word.
awesome."
You swore.
He said the F word.
You swore.
I know. I'm sorry.
And when I said we were going to rest, he didn't say understood. He said, "Yeah," like a regular person.
Like a person
Yeah.
do.
No dupes on the map, are they? Well, you do make your way back to the barbican. You see that not a lot has changed. People greet you as you walk in. Yuria seems a lot more okay after their first battle, and they seem to have bandaged themselves up. Ruckus is still kind of crying, but, you know, he's glad to see you're all back. It kind of gives you a wave and gestures for you all to go in quickly so they can close the doors and make sure you're safe. Gives you a stern nod, Adelaide, as he was never really clued into the whole Adelaide thing. He just looked in bad shape, so he seems a bit more worried about you, but the Khan did just walk in before you.
Gonna go to just go to the sleep house.
Hey, Yuria, it was the right move to come back and not do that final battle. Very smart, very intelligent. It's good to see you.
We're glad you're okay.
You would have died.
Glad I'm okay too. You guys figure it out.
It was a lot.
The Adelaide, she like looks over at Adelaide, just kind of gives a short wave, unsure how they're feeling as you look traumatized.
Go, your dad's waiting in the sleep house.
Yeah. I will depart for Sleep House.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep House Junction.
Sleep house.
What's your function?
Yeah, you wander in, and he seems to be stoking the fire, getting it ready for people about to return home, doing the whole dad thing. And he gets up, he hears, and he's kind of cracking because he's an old man. This old man. And he looks like genuine, just raw love emanates from this man as he sees you, and just the most dad smile you can imagine. But then seeing you looking exhausted and like barely wearing his coat properly that has like a knife wound in it because it was stabbed into a zombie, he looks a little worried and kind of approaches.
Adelaide just like she drops the whole facade. She basically just like runs. Is my mic picking me up? She runs into his arms.
He immediately accepts as if the seat was always open, and there was never no spot for it. And you feel the classic hand on top of your head. You alright there, Rita? You've been through a lot, haven't you?
Yeah. I'm sorry for running away like that. I don't know how much they told you what happened.
Well, I was there for most of it. Seemed serious.
I pulled a stupid stunt, and I dealt with it, and I'm back now. She is never going to tell him that she got turned into a scorpion monster.
Your friends made sure you were okay?
My associates did, yes.
He gives you a pat on the head and it's like, yeah, sure. Associates. I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad I'm back, too.
Not just now, just in general.
Well, I'm definitely glad you're alive, and also not locked in a basement anymore.
Those were some dark years. But you all found me. You should rest.
Well, I think they want to have a stern talking to with me. So getting a full rest might not be on the table. I think I'll just sit down.
You can rest. I'll tell them to wait.
I think the sooner they know, the better. And she'll go sit down on the couch next to the Viridian-shaped indent.
He does.
Tabby, you're muted.
Sit with.
Fuck. Surprised it's not drawn on the couch. The dent.
We need to give them a little bit of time to talk, but I know everyone has something to say, and I think Adelaide might need to talk more than we do.
Yeah. I think we need to give Adelaide a minute with her dad, but Brock, we need to talk about something. That whole situation, pointing up to the blue moon, that's getting way worse, right? I'm not the only one noticing that. People aren't safe here anymore. We're running out of food.
Yeah.
I think it might be a smart idea to send as many people up to the police uptown, because they're not aligned with us, so they'd probably take them in and get them out of here.
I get the feeling that those people would do whatever they can to try to gain some leverage on us. They didn't have a problem with hurting everyone here before.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the move, but I do agree that it is getting worse, and I'm starting to think, I was talking to Flotsam earlier, when we were walking back, I'm starting to think that the prophet might actually be a prophet for that thing. Like, maybe he has some sort of connection, and that's why he was out of it. So, I mean, I don't know what happened to our guard friends. Comet, I would love to try and after the flash tonight, if you can like kind of rest yourself and you've got the sending spell ready, I want to see if they're still hanging around. I know some people aren't coming back. I'm hoping that they aren't some people and that they're like Adelaide, where they come back but they just feel like shit. Like, that would be ideal, because then we have someone to get. And if not, then we know our answer.
I think Adelaide might have kept.
That's true. Adelaide might know what's going on with them. We'll cover that when we go inside, I guess. But in case she doesn't know, that could be our plan B.
I also just... There's a lot going on, but I am really scared for everybody here, not just us. Like, we have kids here.
Yeah.
I'm really scared that one of these times we're gonna come back here and no one's gonna be alive. Because that thing might start taking people that aren't dead anymore. Might just start taking people that are weak or young or old.
Oh my god. I didn't even consider that as a possibility, but yeah, that would be bad. That would be really bad.
I have to go. I'm very sorry. I just realized. But
I did.
I love you all.
Oh, see you later.
Bye.
See you, dude.
Maybe we could talk with Wolf and see if he can get some of these people out of here.
I don't think he would do that without us handing something over. Oh, sorry.
I think, you know what? I think that we definitely need to talk with Adelaide, see what she knows, because she's going to be able to fill in a lot of gaps that we don't, gaps of knowledge that we have. Once we have a clear picture of what's going on and how much time we have left, I think we should have a whole Babacon meeting and let everybody know what's up so that they can make the decision. If they want to leave, they can. If they want to stick around to the bitter end, they can.
I do think that's a good idea, but Raw, we've had a similar discussion like this before. I don't think it's a smart idea to ask all these questions at least tonight. Tonight, I think our talk needs to be about something else. If you want all the information that Adelaide has, it might be better to wait.
Take it from someone who's died a lot. Give her a minute. It takes some getting used to.
As someone who has not died a lot, I honestly can't speak to it, so I'll have to just take your word for it.
It sucks, but give her a minute and she'll be fine.
It seems like it sucks. Every time I see one of you get killed, it sucks, and I feel like I failed you. Listen, Silas, I know that you can kind of sort of rely on the blue light to bring you back. Every time that you go down, I feel bad because I feel like I wasn't able to keep you from going down. And it breaks my heart every time. I'm glad that you're still with us, but I know that if it wasn't for that, you would not be with us anymore.
I know. And I'm sorry. I've been trying to put effort into not dying anymore. But it's just it's happened enough to where it's kind of getting easier in here to think about that.
It's just that you are always recklessly attacking. When you do that, you end up taking a lot of hits from enemies. I think when it's against a big creature like that, I think that makes a lot of sense because it has a lot of us to focus on, so there's less of a chance of it focusing on you. But when we're surrounded by a lot of cultists or I guess cops coming up, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's the move. I think we gotta be more careful.
Raw. I appreciate the criticism. I appreciate the criticism.
It's from a place of love.
I know. Just don't go running into the firing line again.
That hurt more than I thought it would. I will admit. I didn't expect it to hurt as bad as it did. I did use up a lot of magic spells that didn't go at you guys, so I feel pretty good about that. But I sometimes forget fire still hurts me. And those hurt.
I'm gonna sit calm down.
Oh yeah, he's been chilling. He's been chilling.
And Karn, I just want to say I am so goddamn proud of you. You might as well go back to your tribe and say that you killed a scorpion dragon. Just say it's like a variant of a dragon species. And that you can bring that giant ass cleaver with you, the big old battle axe, and just say you use the giant's axe to take it down.
He kind of nods a little bit in appreciation, but kind of holds up his hand. I was heading home anyway, and dragon or no dragon, pride be damned. Being in prison for many years makes you understand that maybe it's not worth it. Maybe you just want to go home and sleep and work on the farm for a while.
You have no idea how badly I want to do that right now.
That's fair. I just feel as a consolation, if anyone asks, you could say, well, I did fight a giant scorpion on a bridge in the middle of a thunderstorm with a giant axe. Sounds cool. It's dragon-like.
That does sound pretty cool.
Whenever you do decide, feel free to take that armor as a gift.
Are you sure?
It had really helped you out.
He's got this anyway. Not hit his shoulder.
Yeah, he kind of stands up and like kind of clasps you on the shoulders, gives you a kind of like a not hug, but kind of just like a warrior hug almost.
I give him an actual hug.
It's a bit surprised, but it's like, oh yeah, you know what? It's like he tears up a little. It's probably the first time he's been hugged in like a bajillion years. So.
Silas is gonna look at his face like over Comet's shoulders, be like, "Yeah, this is the normal."
But for now, we all need rest. So, I hope Adelaide has taken time. We might need to walk on in there. Should we knock?
Let's knock. I'll try to make like the good gruel again. God damn it, Raw!
I go in and I'm like,
who's hungry? I'm famished.
We'll just walk in behind her like, God damn it, Robert. We're starving, we're gonna knock.
I'll knock as soon as I walk in.
Come in?
Yeah.
Hi.
Are you hungry, Adelaide?
Yes. Hadn't even considered that.
We don't have a lot of food in town anymore, but I'll see what I can throw together.
He makes awesome Grey Puffs.
I try.
Ra's at the table with a mouth full of jerky, and she just sort of...
You've had since the beginning.
It's the same piece of jerky.
One
jerky.
Oh, this is really tough.
At the end, she goes like, "Oh, this is a piece of wood."
It's literally just like a bit of shoe.
Should I give a cook check? That's the final roll for tonight.
Yeah, I think give a cook check to see what you can scrounge up.
19.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, with a 19, I'd say that maybe some of the people around it did a little bit of fishing and managed to catch something that is, you know, it's not the best fish, but it's fish and not just grey ration that's kind of been smushed together. But
We're having a platter of sardines.
You will get warm by the fire once more. It starts kind of lightly raining outside the house you're in. And I think
Adelaide, let's talk.
We'll save the talk for next week.
That's such a good episode name, The Talk.
The talk. Oh.
Just markets itself right there, baby. Welcome back! God, I forgot how fucking dramatic this show gets when you're here. Motherfucker.
All right, well, you know what? Go undone.
Hey, you got
a few more.
Still 3 more guys.
Fight Quinn.
I also keep forgetting about the mercenaries.
Oh, these poor 3 fellows. They went off scouting once and then just got eaten.
It was like 20 episodes in almost.
They left, like, as soon as you defeated the marshal and got the key to go into the inner city, they were like, alright, here, like, hand us that, we'll go scout. They never came back.
Yeah.
Oh, holy moly.
Hey.
Woo! Time on Antumbra.
Next
After
time.
the Eclipse.
My god.
Oh. Nice art, by the way.
Yeah, for real. God damn.
Yeah, pretty haunting. Pretty haunting, I would say.
Terrifying.
I think the file name was like post-scorpionification.
Yeah. If you right click it, you can change. There's like a multi-side option down the bottom, and you can click choose side.
Oh.
There's one's labeled normal or regular, and then one's just called traumatized.
I was about to say traumatized.
Yeah.
You might have to make a
like
semi-new one. Yeah, like having one of you not so traumatized, but at least
Hat closed, hat on, same picture.
hair down mode. New skin unlocked.
The world finally got to her unlocked.
Ooh.
Everything after this needs to be post-Scorpion.
This is the post-Scorpion arc.
That's
Yeah, the PS
PC arc.
Scorpion arc.
Oh man.
God damn.
I'm glad you guys liked the little twist.
Yeah. I like where Norm is just like, why is Dieter reacting so?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. It was also pretty funny that the one boss that I was able to kill was my ally.
Yeah.
Cheeky, you probably had a great time asking me how I did it. And I'm just like, I pierced it through the stars.
Stab it through the heart. I cut off its tail. I try to seize its poison.
Yeah. I tried to harvest its poison. If you would have succeeded.
Adelaide is like
sweet.
me afterwards.
Yeah, there's no toxicity at all. You're very polite now. They took all the poison out.
No longer toxic.
You're detoxed.
That would have been so funny. Like, you can't be mean anymore. All your poison's right here.
Oh my god.
Are we still live?
We are, but we will get out of here right now.
Yeah, let's bounce.
See you guys next week, hopefully, unless anything happens.
Bye,
But
everybody.
goodbye.
Bye.
We're all back.
Bye.